Hey everybody, how we doing? It's Casual Wednesday in here. Maybe I should take my hat off. Had a hat on, but I don't really think I have enough hair to show it being messed up. What do you think? All right, welcome to episode number 19 of The Real Deal with me. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Sophia. How's everybody doing today? It's my casual Wednesday. I wasn't speaking anywhere today. Didn't have any appointments today. Just had to be on the World Wide Web camera. So why not just wear a t-shirt and have messy hair? All right. So welcome, Laurie. Welcome. I think Walt just came on. So everybody, let's get into it. This week, the topic was going to be, I want to do this fast and furious, right? The idea here is to get you guys and gals on the road in under 15 minutes. A lot of times it's closer to 10 minutes. So I want to talk about going to events. Because check this out. In the next 2 weeks, I'll be going to several events. I'm actually going to something at the end of this week. And then, let me see, what else? I'm going to be next week, I'm going to be at Inman in New York all week long. So I'll be at Inman all week long in New York. And then as soon as I get back from that, Friday night, I fly back out, land on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. And then boom, Monday, I'm back at another event, my own event, the Jumpstart. And so in order to get the most out of events, I wanted to share with everybody a couple things that I do. Because you go to events sometimes, and you go to trainings or seminars, and there's sometimes more than one day. So I thought, this would be an opportunity for me as I'm getting ready to share with you what I do to get the most out of it. The number one thing I do is I make sure I take a buttload of business cards. I'm going to take a stack of business cards like this for each day. Right? This would be like the Monday stack. All right? So I'm going to basically take a box of business cards to be giving out to people. Okay? Oh, thank you for that, Matt. So number one thing I do when I'm preparing is I take business cards. Now, as it turns out, I also tend to take some of my books because those are a good thing for me to have on hand. You guys probably wouldn't be taking books. All right, so I take business cards. What else do I do when I'm preparing? When I'm preparing, I have lots of things to write with, lots of things to write on. I want multiple notepads. I want multiple pens. I don't want to lose one and be hunting for it. And I want to be able to take as many notes as I want. So I have lots of things to take notes on. I have lots of things to take notes with. I have lots of business cards to give to people as I'm meeting people sitting to the right, sitting to the left, sitting in front, sitting behind, and all day long, I'm going to different seats. Check that out. All right, if I'm sitting in a seat for a session, and then that session ends, and I have an opportunity to move, I'm going to move. I don't want to be sitting in the same seat, because if I'm sitting in the same seat, you know who I'm going to be able to talk to? The same people in front of me, the same people behind me, the same people to the left of me, the same people to the right of me. I want to meet new people. I want to be able to give more of these cards out. I want to be able to get more referrals and generate more relationships, right? Because this is relationship building that we're doing at this retreat. We're there to learn. We're there to hear what they have to say. We're there to get some great ideas. We're also there to make some freaking money, and we do that by making contact with other people. So I'm changing seats on a regular basis, exposing myself to different groups of people. I'm also making sure I never eat alone. All right, I'm going to lunch with more than one person, with a group of people, 4, 5, 6 people every day, and they're not the same people. And I'm never sitting next to or going to lunch with anybody I knew prior to going to the event. Okay, now that's what dinners are for. We get together at dinner and talk. During lunches, when it's eat real fast and then go back, all right, and go back into another session. And Inman's crazy, right? There's 400 sessions in 5 days. You can't even get to them all. You're just on the go, nonstop. So I want to eat with people I don't know. I want to eat with a group of people that I don't know. Okay? Meeting different people during the day, constantly switching seats at sessions, never sitting next to people I know, going to lunch with people that I don't know, constantly switching dinner or lunch dates and lunch groups. I'm doing that every day. I set my room up in a certain way too. If you're staying at a hotel, right, it's not like home, and especially if you're there for a couple of days. I'm going to be in New York for 5 or 6 days, right, for Inman. because of all the different things that are going on. I'm doing the video series. I don't know if a lot of you know or not, but I've been asked to do to record a series of interviews for a show on building relationships. So I'm going to be doing that when I'm in New York. I'm going to be attending the CEO Connect, which is a super cool like offshoot invitation thing that we're going to be meeting we're going to meet at the New York Times. Now it looks like we're meeting at the Carnegie Hall with the top CEOs in the country. And talking about the industry. And then we've got like the 400 sessions that are going on there, right? And so I'm going to be there for a long time, all week long. And if I'm there all week long, you know what? My hotel room doesn't start to feel like home. It starts to feel like a jury hotel room. So I'm going to do a couple things, right? When I get to the hotel in New York on Sunday, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy a ton of water. I'm going to stay well hydrated. I'm going to have a lot of water available to me. I'm going to be drinking water like nonstop to stay hydrated at this event. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to buy some flowers. I'm going to go to a florist, maybe in the hotel, maybe outside of the hotel. I'm going to buy some flowers. I'm going to put some flowers in the room because it just brightens up the room. It makes it smell better. Every time you come in, you see them. It's not a dreary hotel room because New York in January, with the way the weather's been, right? It's probably going to be a little dreary and a little gray. So I'm going to brighten up my room. So now I'm working on my mindset. I'm working on my body. I got water. My mindset's like smelling flowers, seeing flowers. It brightens me up all day long. I have the intention to go out and meet new people, learn new things, take lots of notes. So that's how I prepare for events. I also take a look at what the topics are going to be, right? I take a look at the itinerary. Just like my Jumpstart, if you go to the event site, there's the itinerary of what everyone's going to be talking about. I take a look at what topics are going to be so I can decide what I'm really interested in learning, what I'm really interested in seeing. And I'm going to pick and choose. I'm like, I got to make sure I am at that one. I'm going to take extra special good notes at that one. Wow, this is something I really find interesting. I can't wait to talk about it and then try to get some time with the speaker afterwards to try to pepper them with questions about it. So I don't just show up like kind of in the dark being like, I know there was an itinerary. I should have probably looked at it. Oh, well, let's see what people are talking about. Like, I battle plan this thing out. I know who's speaking, when they're speaking, what they're speaking on. I know that I'm going to take copious notes on some of them. I know that others I'm kind of just going to kind of listen and watch. I'm probably not going to take as many notes. And so I plan my strategy for what I'm going to see, who I'm going to see, what I want to get out of it prior to going. I don't just get there and then like kind of fake it. All right, so those are all the different ways that I prepare. What sessions am I planning to attend? That's a great question. I can't do it on my phone because that's where it's at. So in New York, I'm actually going and my wife is going as well. And we plan on really not seeing each other very much during the day, Mike. All right, so Mel's going to go this way and I'm going to go this way. And we're going to each be able to get in about 15 to 20 sessions a day, meaning somewhere between 30 and 40 sessions worth of data a day that people are sharing that we can then pick and choose and talk about. All right, she's going to go to lunch with her crew. I'm going to go to lunch with a different crew. So we can pick and choose and talk about, hey, what was the best and what's something we got to look into and what's something we really want to try to use when we come back, right? So we're constantly learning. So the sessions that I'm going to attend, she's going to be going to a lot of tech sessions, right? I'm going to be going to some as well because there's so many of them. We can't get to all of them. So I'm also going to be going to some mindset ones. I'm going to be going to some leadership sessions. Right? How to be a better leader, and there's like leadership hacks. I'm going to be going to some leadership. There's some roundtables that are being put on by Valerie Garcia and Stacy Prout-Staub that look really great, where it's going to be like a circle, and there's no presenters, and there's no PowerPoints, and it's just open mic, and just people in the circles, big circles, probably 100 people or so, right? But sharing ideas on like some really important topics. So I'm going to be all over the place. Like, it's kind of a hard question to answer because in 5 days I'm going to hit like 75 sessions. So you come up with a topic and I'll probably be at one of those sessions. Although I'm most looking forward to CEO Connect. CEO Connect is going to be great. I think there's only a handful of us. I think there's 120 CEOs of the 5,000 people that are in attendance who have been invited to attend. And we're going to be there and going to be having some great opportunities to hear some great ideas. I am going to not be in the typical Dan Smith uniform. I will not be wearing board shorts and a t-shirt and a ball cap. I will also not be suited up. I might have to sort of suit up for the interview show that I'm doing, but still that seems inauthentic to be in that. So I will not be suited up, but I will be dressed in professional business casual. And Frank, stay tuned about the morning calls as we go on further this week about what next week is going to look like, and I'll kind of answer that question for you. All right, so who else has questions? Who else has questions? Oh, wait, and share. What do you do to get ready? Do you do something that I didn't just talk about? Do you do something that you find like super invigorating, like you do in the mornings, you do at night? You know, I know there's some other great things. I know some people, I don't do this. I will be doing this on the plane ride home, right? But I know some people at the end of every day rewrite their notes and then pick and choose the best things from each. Oftentimes, I tell my clients when you guys are going to an event, there's so much stuff. It's overwhelming, right? There's so much going on that, and you come back and you're like, how the am I going to implement all this? It's impossible and it's overwhelming and I don't know where to start. So what I encourage people to do is to make a list of maybe like the top 2 to 3 ideas they got each day. Because if you went for 5 days and you got 2 to 3 ideas a day, that's somewhere between 10 and 15 great ideas. That's going to be hard enough to implement on its own. So really dial it in, focus in on the best stuff. That's one of the things that I do. You blast Berlin when you're going to something. All right, I'm going to blast Berlin from the hotel room every morning then, Laurie. All right, who else does something? Share with the group real quick if you would. What else do you do when you're attending these events? When you're going to the Jumpstart, when you're going to Inman, if you're going to an event that somebody with the last name of Ferry's putting on, if you go to Danny Morrell, Brian Buffini, Gary Keller, anything and everything, what do you do? All right? Love that tactic. Yeah, there's so much information there, right, Matt? And so like really like, hey, that's a good idea, but it's not as good as this one. And those are some good ideas, but they're not as good as these two. Really dialing it down and getting 100% of the best stuff done is a lot better than getting 2% of everything done because there's so much stuff. That's sort of my plan. All right, what else? Anybody else have a question? Hey, next week, the time for this is a little bit different. Next week, because I'm going to be doing it at the lunch break in New York. So at the lunch break in New York, I'm going to record the Facebook Live. And so because of that, that's going to be like 12:30 New York time, which is going to make it 9:30 in the morning here. So check the Facebook. It'll show you what time it's at. I've put on there it's a different time, and it will show that. So make that change. Okay, make that change because it'll be a different time, but it's going to be great because I'm going to actually do this session from, and I think now that I'm saying, if you go look right now, it's probably wrong. Looking like 10 minutes because I'll have time to fix it. I'm not sure if I have it set to East Coast or Pacific time, but it will be noon there, so about 9 here, somewhere in that range. I'm going to be doing it live, and it's going to be a lot of fun doing it live from Inman. Anybody else have anything to share? Anybody else have anything to talk about? Don't forget my Jumpstart, your 2018 event is coming up. Next week is Inman. The week after that is my event, Monday and Tuesday in Laguna Hills, California. If you're watching this, I got about 45 tickets left. I'm really trying to make these tickets go away because I can't be selling them next week because I'm going to be in New York learning and bringing back good information to share. So if you would like to go and you're watching this and you don't have a ticket and you would like a discount code, reach out to me. Send me a Facebook Messenger, drop me an email, dan@bydansmith.com, dansmith.com, dan@bydansmith.com, or send me a Facebook Messenger, even comment on here so we can hook up, and I will get you a discount code. I want to finish blowing out the rest of these tickets. I was at the site earlier this morning with the sound engineers and the photography guys, and that is looking like it's going to be fantastic. Man, we got the big screen that's going to be up this year. We've got like a full soundboard, like 16 mics or something hooked up to this thing. This is going to be the biggest and baddest one we've ever done, so you do not want to miss it. Over 30 speakers from around the country are going to be present. Oh, this is really cool. 2 of the speakers, it just got announced yesterday, 2 of the people who are speaking were just named on the Swanepoel Power 200 list. That's like the 200 most powerful people in real estate in the United States, right? And it's according to this person, of course, right? But it's a pretty good list. And 2 of our speakers, Mary Lee Blaylock and Kendall Young, were both named on that list. So congratulations to the 2 of them for making that list and for being on it. That is a big accomplishment and a big honor. And you do not want to miss, if you're coming to the event or if you're thinking about coming, you don't want to miss this. They're both going to have great information to share. Check out Kendall's topic. Kendall's going to be talking about digital door knocking. digital door knocking and how to accomplish it and how to be effective at it and how to make some serious money doing it. All right, so digital door knocking. That's just like one of 30 good things. You can't afford to miss this event. So thank you guys and gals for tuning in. Next week, check the website, check Facebook because it'll tell you what time it's going on. Give me about 10 minutes to make sure I have the time zone set up. And I'm going to be doing it live from New York, Inman. And thank you all for participating. I'll talk to you later.